Well, while they're sitting down here, Noma's just sitting and playing the field. She ain't really saying too much. She's listening to everything Tariq got to say. And Tariq is explaining to them, listen, Don Carter is after y'all. Y'all need to watch y'all P's and Q's. We got to make sure we on point, but we might need to unalive a police officer. Yeah, I said it, a police officer. Now everyone is looking around like, wait a minute, this is really the plan we going with this early in the episode? Yep, you damn right. This is what we going with. We got to unalive a police officer. And everyone's sitting around the table and they're like, all right, Tariq scam Patrick. At least somebody's calling Tariq out. Now, Noma's sitting here and she ain't really saying much because when someone starts to show their cards, you got to see if they're playing with a full deck. They got a card up their sleeve. They might have that ace of spades up under their leg. You never know. When you playing cards, you got to assume that everyone you playing against is cheating. So you got to watch them closely. You want to see if they bluff it or not. So Noma wants to know, okay, Tariq, smart guy, if you know that Don Carter and the feds and the task force are after us, what information do they have? What solid proof can you provide so that we can believe you? Because we know in power, we don't believe anybody. There's never been a week where we just watched the episode like, man, I can trust that person. You know, that person seems like a genuine, honest person. Let me go ahead and put all my trust in them. So she's sitting here, and Tariq is basically saying, listen, we can take Don Carter out for you. Same old two-step. We take out Zion. We get to work with you. We take out Don Carter. We get to work with you. Now, Monet is listening to this, and this ain't Monet's story, so we can't be on her side. We got to be on Noma's side because we're telling it from Noma's perspective. The whole time they in here, Monet is sitting here quietly. Leg crossed, glasses on, staring Noma down because she wants that top spot. Now, Noma's peeping it. You can tell when somebody's staring at you. You know what I mean? You know when somebody's looking. So Noma's talking directly to Tariq because she don't talk to workers, aka Monet, because she did fire Monet at temporary suspension, should I say, when Monet was getting up out that hospital when she had them hot things on her. But Noma's like, okay, if you got all this information, Tariq, fuck it. Let's go ahead and go through with it. Now, Monet gets up and she's like, fuck it. If y'all ain't going to go through with this, kind of like the 5 heartbeats, if we ain't going to do this thing right, let's not do this thing at all. Heartbeats, breakdown. Nights like this, I wish that my mom would call. Monet said, what did you call me, bitch? She said, oh, I called you mom. I'm a Tejada to be. Monet looked. What the fuck, King? She got you pussy whip. You know what I'm saying? Pushy whip. Not pussy whip, pushy whip. Because she be pushing Kane all around. Remember, she told Kane, you ain't no real man, you a mama boy. So she pushed him into fucking trying to marry her. She's like, yeah, me and Kane are getting married. It's business. I said, oh, Lord. That's exactly what I was predicting, too. Y'all get married. So Kane's like, yeah, mom, it's a beautiful thing. You know, it comes a time in every man's life. Some of us do it earlier, some of us do it later, but it comes a time in every man's life where he needs to step up to that plate and take that woman that's been ran through and put a ring on her finger. Sometimes you got to take the road that was more traveled. You know what I'm saying? The saying is take the road that's less traveled. Sometimes you got to take the road that is more traveled so you know what path you on. You don't want to walk in the woods and ain't no one paved the way for you. You got to go out there and try to figure out how to get there. It's sticks and thorns and all kinds of poison ivy because no one took that road. You got to go down that road that niggas done built the highway on. Sometimes you got to be the sucker, brother, that takes the road that's been traveled many, many times. And Kane said, look, I'm going to take that road, but this is a business decision. I'm not going to be driving down that road. I'm going to be sending tractor trailers down there. You got a trucking business. So this is all business. And Monet hears this and she's like, wait a fucking minute. Kane marries Noma. I work up under Noma. I will be working for Kane. Wait. Kane marries Noma, gets all the businesses and helps get the contracts. We get rid of Don Carter. We don't have a supplier, but we'll be working up under Noma. But technically, she's doing business with Kane, which means hold on. Kane marries Noma. Noma got the guns and the drugs. We get rid of Davis. We need some guns and drugs. We'll go with Noma, but it's business, so I got to answer the Kane. Wait, that can't be right. All right, hold on. Noma marries Kane. Let's try it that way. Noma marries Kane. No, because that means Kane would still be in charge of the business. And that means I would still have to technically be working for Kane. Oh, fuck that, Kane. She got you pussy whipped. And Noma's like, no, don't be mad, Mom. It's going to be a grand old time. It was a lot of shit racing through Monet's head. Monet was thinking, wait a minute. I got to work for Kane? And I told you, when I did the what's next, I said, you know the one thing Monet hates more than the police? What is the one thing Monet hates more than the police? There's one thing Monet hates more than the police, and it's real easy. It's a 4-letter word. KIDS. One thing Noma hates more than the police is her own kids. Monet hates a Tejada child. Monet could give a shit what's going on. Monet let Don Carter pull a gun on Diana. Monet don't give a fuck about them kids. Monet is the reincarnated female version of Mo. Fuck them kids. Monet will throw these kids up under the bus, and now she's hearing that Noma and Kane might potentially be getting married, so she'd have to work for Kane. And Noma knows that. That's why Noma's like, yeah, we getting married, bitch. Oh, did she call Noma? Did she call Monet a bitch? Oh, who said that? Because I'm over in the kitchen. I'm making me a drink. You know, I'm just here. I'm making me a drink. I'm like, oh, did she just call Monet a bitch? Or did she say mama? I couldn't tell. All I heard was bitch. I know you ain't gonna take that, Monet. So Monet, she storms up out of here. Monet gets up out of there because she upset because she gonna have to work for Kane. The next time we see Noma, oh yeah, Davis pulls up. Well, shit, everybody pulls up to be honest. Because right after this, Davis shows up. Davis shows up and they got everyone here. Well, they got to call Effie also. And now Kane is rubbing it in Davis's face, talking about flipping them off, pointing at him. Yeah, man, we getting married. So the business is going to be in Kane's name to make her legitimate. Now, Davis still has to give her a new name, which is Sterling Reynolds. And he's like, listen, it's the guy. He's what is he, the director of commerce in New York, which means all the money that the city is getting, you know, is going to touch his desk at some point in time. So Noma's like, all right, cool. But wait a minute. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Where's Effie at? Effie, come sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down for a make change. Effie was looking good this week too. But we can't trust that motherfucker. Just like Noma can't trust her. But let's continue on. She tells Effie, sit down. Kane doesn't have a digital footprint. Now, a digital footprint can be one or two things, good or bad. My digital footprint is, it's all right. You know what I mean? But you never link like your real emails. You don't put your real names on anything. You just you go with the wind. So she wants her to make Kane a fake digital footprint, a LinkedIn account. I got a LinkedIn account. You go on there, you can find me. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Give him an Instagram, a Snapchat, Facebook, a Black Planet, a Tinder account. What else they got out there? A Tubi account. You got to have a Tubi account. A YouTube page. Yeah, all the necessities to life. So Effie's like, all right, I can't make it perfect, but I can do what I do. So Noma's like, all right, cool. Now get the hell out of here. Kane goes and talks to Effie, but that's neither here or there because that ain't Noma's story. Now Kane is still whispering in Noma's ear, talking about, man, we gotta treat Effie with a little more respect, man. She's doing her job, man. She's doing her thing. Noma's like, I don't give a fuck what Effie's doing. You heard what Mo said. Get the shit done. Kane's like, who the fuck is Mo? Noma said, ooh, my man, did I say that out loud? Look, Kane, tell her to get the shit done. This is a business. This ain't no real relationship, nigga. Get out of here. Davis is talking about, yeah, if you're going to make them go to college, make sure it's a community college. NYU community. NYUCC. New York University Community College. So Davis ends up telling Noma about Sterling Reynolds. And he's like, listen, old boy is dead. Wiley Coyote, he gone. AKA Wiley Adams. He gone. So I got this guy named Sterling. Now, Sterling, if we can make this work, we'll make it work. But what's up with you marrying Kane? And she's like, whoa. I married Kane to legitimize my company. And I got you hired as my lawyer to protect my assets until this shit goes through. So Davis is like, damn. Because remember, he was trying to get 51% ownership. That was a smart move, though. You got to try. Remember, never be afraid to ask. All they can do is tell you no. Now, in life, you're going to probably get 90% more no's than you get yeses, but always ask. Never be afraid to ask. And if you don't know something, ask for help. But she's like, yeah, get out of here. She's like, all right, well, I got this Sterling guy for you. She's like, okay, cool. And then we have the mother-daughter time. And it's like a lot of these situations that have happened, you would think we would have got these earlier because it feels like they're going to try to the whole Kane and Anya situation. We know where that's headed. Somebody gonna be knocking the boots. You know what I mean? We know where that's headed. But you would think they would have gave Anya, because we had her this whole season. They could have gave Anya a little more role because I feel like they're gonna try to squeeze this in for the last 2 episodes. Which, if Kane knocks her down, that's gonna make Noma mad because, like, hey, we're doing this for business. How could you mess with my daughter when we know that your daughter be throwing that thing? Because Anya told Noma about herself in this little meeting right here. She's like, wait a minute, mom. So you trying to marry a nigga that is half your age, that is a dope dealer with no job, no LinkedIn profile, no Black Planet login, none of that. I don't even think he got a Gmail. This motherfucker Kane is the type of nigga that still has this is Kane's email. C.Tejada Jr. at AOL.com. That's Kane Tejada's email. He still got an AOL email address. This nigga Kane don't know nothing. This nigga just be walking around living life. And Anya's calling her mama out like, what? Get out of here. I run a nice organization. When your father got shot, we had to come over here to the United States to get away from the nonsense, the shenanigans. I'm trying to protect you. Anya said, really, ma? Really? You're fucking with a nigga named Kane. Real name Lorenzo. Tejada Jr. We don't even know if he's really a Tejada or not, because word on the streets is his mama used to get down back in the day. This ain't me making this up. I'm saying on campus, they said he had a brother that was 23 that thought he was 16. That's how fucked up they are over there. And you're about to marry one of them, ma? And Noma's like, you listen here, Missy. You don't talk to me in that kind of way. I'm trying to protect you. And Anya said, I'm old enough to know what's going on, Mom. What do? Do you sell drugs? You smoke crack, don't you? And Noma's like, oh, you did it now. And Anya said, I'm old enough to know what's going on. You can talk to me, Ma. Now, Noma really doesn't have too much mother experience because Noma's been over here in the States running the streets while Anya was over there with her pappy. And Anya, like Kendall said, Anya wants these answers. How do y'all think the relationship between Noma and Anya is going to play out? Because Anya ain't listening to nothing that Noma is saying. She wants to know exactly what's going on. But I think she's going to throw that thing on Kane to try to get information from Kane. I don't know if Tariq's going to say anything because he can still use that as leverage. Because if you tell her, like, yeah, your mom sells drugs, we work for her. She sells guns, we work for her. It's like, she can go, Tariq told me this information, Mom. Anya's about to go looking into her dad and prove. See, that's the thing. We only got 2 episodes left. How much research can Anya really do? She might have to get hit with some crossfire. Everybody in favor of Anya in the crossfire say aye. Everybody against it say nay. Aye. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. They didn't really get anywhere in that conversation, though. It was more of a, Mom, you need to tell me the truth. She's like, oh, you don't need to know the truth. I'm telling you what I know. Ooh, Mama, you can tell me. Thank you, Zay. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. So from there, what's in it? Oh, they got the meeting with Sterling after that because they meet with Nico. They meet with Nico before. Okay, yeah. So the next time they meet is at the dinner. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but if you peeping the people in the background, this guy's a dead giveaway that these niggas is the feds. And why would you come to this place to talk business? Like, if we're gonna talk this kind of business, it needs to be in the, you know what I'm saying, in a low-key spot. We don't need to be sitting out by the window. We talking about how I can illegally get these goddamn government contracts. We need to be somewhere secluded. Hey, y'all got a booth? And matter of fact, no, we don't want to be in no booth because y'all might have listening devices in here. But they end up sitting down like, hey, put us over at this table. I don't want to sit next to people if we're talking. Like, if you guys come and want to talk some, you know what I'm saying, some illegal shit to me, man, don't do it when we are standing around people. Like, if we're gonna do that, we got to be out in a park or something. We can't just be sitting right next to people. All right, listen, I don't have no green card or anything, but I'm gonna marry somebody so I can get citizenship, and then you'll give me those contracts. And then once you give me those contracts, we'll give you a kickback. So if we get $1 million contract, we'll give you $75,000 right off the top. So if you could do that for us, you know, make it happen, then yeah, let's get this thing cracking. So Sterling is sitting down talking to Noma, but outside, unbeknownst to her, Don Carter is in the van. Surveillance team is out. We got 2 feds sitting right behind us. The task force is deep right now. They out here. Don Carter's like, yeah, oh, you got the Stone Island on. Okay, Don Carter got some money. He fucking that check up. But Davis ends up showing up. And the reason Davis shows up is because he knows what Tariq and Monet know. So even though Noma doesn't like Monet, Noma needs to be thankful because Monet has been looking out for her. Monet has been holding it down for Noma, even though they don't get together and get along, just, you know what I'm saying, have tea and crumpets or whatever they have in the UK. Hey, Monet ain't tell Don Carter about Noma. She ain't never throw Noma up under the bus. Now, I mean, of course, she's trying to get even right now, but hell, you know, sometimes you got to turn your back on people. You know what I'm saying? You ain't living life if you ain't turned your back on at least 15 people by the age of 30. You know what I mean? You gotta backstab somebody at least 6 times in your life. If you ain't got 6 backstabbings in your life, then you ain't living right. You ain't double crossed somebody. You ain't burned no bridges in life. You ain't living right. You gotta set that bridge on fire. Woo. Now, Noma's sitting in here and David shows up and hands her a card, well, a piece of paper talking about, man, the feds is watching you. There's eyes and ears, there's bugs everywhere. So Don's like, why the hell is Davis here? Davis is smart. Davis is like, shit, if I can get in here, man, I can still potentially save the business and she can still hook me up. But they end up hopping up out of here. And I know Sterling like, man, what the hell? They hop in the whip. Davis and Noma are talking. It looked like they holding hands too. I could be wrong. This is her blue jacket. I know they ain't holding hands riding in the Escalade. He's like, look, Noma, I know, man, we can still make this happen, but it's just too risky out here. Don Carter and Noma, she's going for it. Noma went from being one of the villains with the most potential in the Power universe to she's hanging on by a thread. I think Raquel might have a little more power in the streets than Noma. But they end up making up out of here. And he lets them know, man, we might have an out. And that's over with Nico. Now, Kendall's been saying that she believes that Nico is going to flip. Now, I don't know if Nico's going to flip or not because it seems like he's still fucking with Don. But they show up like, all right, let's get this thing cracking, man. Don Carter is really after us. He's a nuisance. They're like, all right, well, we found us a loose end. Well, where is he at, Kane? Quit all the talking. He's over there. And it's Nico, Mr. Bandit. And Nico is just like me. When we talking business, I need that 50,000 up front. Ain't nothing like money in a Ziploc bag. He's like, where the money at? Just for the meeting, he wanted 50,000. So then they were basically like, name your price. He's like, 50,000 for the meeting. I'll do $1 million cash for the setup. Is that a good deal? 1,050,000 for a setup? Be real. Before we go anywhere else, be real. For $1 million, are you going through with the setup? I probably would have said, man, for the meeting, 250. For the setup, 800. For the meeting, I need 250. For the setup, matter of fact, the meeting, I need 250 to see if y'all serious. For the setup, I need a full milli. I'm walking out of there 1.2. 1.2 M's. Now, let me tell you, 1.2 M is about to be heavy as a mother sucker. When you watch these movies and everyone, you're not getting nowhere like that. You're going to need a van. That shit's about to be heavy as hell. You're going to need a cart. You're not just running off with a duffel bag. But I'm going to need 1 million for the setup and $250 for the meeting because my livelihood is on the line here. But they meet up and he's like, I can make that happen. They give him $50,000. I'm like, man, the reason I asked for $250 is because if you give me $250 up front, let's be real. If you give me $250 up front just for the meeting, you would never see me again. You would never see me again. That $250, my wife would be calling. Ring, ring, ring. Phone call from Maggie. Voicemail. Mo, when you come home, can you pick up some milk from the store? And can you make it quick because we're trying to eat and the baby has a rehearsal tonight. I'm listening to the voicemail. This message has been marked for deletion. I'm on the road with 250,000 cash. I'm gone. I'm hitting the road. She calling back. Mo, where you at? It's 7:00. You message erased. Hey, babe, just checking in. Haven't heard from you. No text message. Your GPS is off. It's 9:30. You message erased. Doo doo doo. We're sorry. The number you have just dialed has been disconnected. Please try again. Doo doo doo. We're sorry. This number has been disconnected. Please try again. I'm on the road 250. Window down, cruising. I'm up out of here. I know y'all thinking 250 ain't nothing more. Nigga, I got a little bit more stashed up on my own, but I'm gone. I'm about to tell. I'm not telling them. I'm not setting nobody up and losing my job over $1 million. Shit, I'll make $1 million in 10 years, man. Fuck all that. I'm hitting the road with my 250. I'm done. I'm resigning. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and withdraw from my 401k early. I'll just take that hit. It might be 60%, but that's still 60%. Still probably about $400,000. Hey, you know what I mean? Cool, I'm out of here. Because if I take the wife and kids with me, that 250 is really only gonna be like 100. You know what I mean? If I take the kid and the wife with me, 250 is really like 100. And a real man gonna stand on business. So I'm gonna spend that whole 250. A real man gonna do for what he want to do. You know what I mean? They say a real man will make a way. And let me tell you something. As a real man, I'm gonna make a way for this 250 to last for me. She wasn't a part of the setup. I'm the setup. I said 250 for the meeting. I said $1 million for the setup. Now I just got the meeting out the way. You feel me? But Noma and them, they pay that money though. Money Monroe said nasty work. Why you think they call him Nasty Nico? Where do you think the Nasty Nico name came from? The Nasty Nico. So he got the money and he's like, fuck it. But it's only 50,000 that he got. So that was just a hypothetical of what I would have done. And then this is where it gets a little tricky. Because Noma goes and she's at the dock and she meets up with Don Carter. So Nico told Don Carter that he did have this meeting. Now, he didn't mention that he got $50,000. He just said that she offered a lot of money. That meeting money was just $50,000 that he got to his pocket just for showing up. So he does tell Davis, and Davis is like, set it up and I'll meet with her by myself. And he actually comes out here. So it doesn't look like Nico is going to go through with the setup. Now, I believe he will because he still wants that money, but he wouldn't have told Don Carter that, hey, she did that. But he didn't mention the $50,000 like he still had something to hide. Now, the interesting thing is Noma, we were thinking she was kind of weak. Well, she is, but she was smart enough to know that Tariq is playing them. And Kane has been pointing it out every time. You trust Tariq? And she said, what did she say? When Kane asked Noma, did she trust Tariq? What did Noma say? Because this is giving us an understanding of Noma's thought process. What did Noma say when Kane asked, can you trust Tariq and Davis? Exactly. So it's been looking like Noma hasn't been knowing what's going on, but she doesn't trust anybody. And she knew not to give 51% to Davis because he said, you need someone you can control. And he said, do I look like you can control me? But she never answered that. So Noma's actually playing the game pretty smart. It's just she ain't really got the strength or the soldiers that she used to have. But she does tell Davis, God, I keep saying Davis, Don, why would they name both of the brothers start with the letter after C but before E? Now, she does tell Carter, our common enemy is Tariq. Let's take out Tariq. You guys don't fuck with my operation, and I get you some bread. You let us run our operation smoothly, that's 35% to you. You ain't got to do nothing. So Carter's like, that sounds interesting. Now, if he can convey this to Nico, in the long run, we'll make more money because if you get $1 million, I don't know if you guys know. If you get $1 million in cash, you can't do nothing with that money. You know you can't make like no big purchases with that money, right? You're gonna have to slowly integrate that with the money you already have. You know that, right? You can't just go out and drop a bag on something because you're gonna be very, very suspicious. So if you got $1 million, you can't just go put it in the bank. That's gonna trigger all kinds of shit. Now you could probably deposit like $300, $400 here and there, $1,000 here and there, but you know how long it's gonna take for $1 million? You're gonna be sitting on that $1 million for a while. You can't just go and drop cash. How the hell did he buy a $300,000 house? That's how niggas get locked up. They go rob a bank. They might be spending too much. You remember Set It Off? They was over there living like motherfucking. Well, Stoney wasn't living like that. Stoney was still selling that thing. Stoney had the right idea.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Stoney had money and she was still giving it to the banker. But Noma's been playing this smart. And I do believe that her and Don, they can make this happen because, again, she doesn't really trust anybody. And she's made that clear. And she definitely don't fuck with Monet. And that there is Noma's story. We got to give Noma some credit. She did fall off a bit. She did get the shipment of guns seized. Thanks to Drew. Drew knew that they were making some moves. Well, Chloe did have a garage, but man, that was a firehouse though. It had the damn fire pole. Yeah, she had a whole firehouse. So that firehouse actually cost more than Stoney's house. Stoney could barely pay the rent though, and they still was working for Luther. If you don't want to work for Luther, Don and Noma, now that would be a good relationship right there, especially after Denise passed. All right. We said we're gonna talk about Tariq next. Cool. We almost at 2 hours. Jeez Louise, we only got 2 characters done. All right. We're gonna figure this thing out. We're gonna make this thing A-okay. We got Tariq, Kane, Drew. We'll throw Diana in on Tariq's story because she ain't really got nothing else going on. Drew, we'll probably do Drew and Don Carter story together. Kane and maybe Kane and Effie, but Kane might be able to get his own story. We should see. But hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We good on time? We good at this pace, or we need to speed it up, or y'all are we good? It's about what? Brayden, about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes for about 30 minutes for Noma. We good? All right, bad. All right, we got Tariq St. Scammer up, or is it Tariq Scam Patrick? I like Tariq St. Scammer, but Tariq Scam Patrick is all right. Tariq Saint Scammer. Saint Scammer. Saint Patrick.